everyone, it's Alicia and welcome back to my channel and welcome back to Tel Aviv and the Holy Land. If you're just joining me for the first time, then this is going to be a fun experience, I hope, for you. I'm here right now on an extended trip with my husband and my 14-year-old dog named Nush, and I've been having some interesting tours and experiences this week where I hauled a whole bunch of beautiful ribbon and also embellishments from the dollar store here, but also from specialty shops. And now I had to figure out in the last 24 hours, how the heck am I going to flatmail this to some of my artsy friends? So I had to give this a lot of thought. And if you remember my challenge last month, we learned so much from Monty, the polka dot pinecone, who did she invented that fantastic mailer that was super layered in the front and hidden pockets. And we also learned a lot from Brandy, who did an enclosure and actually almost put a whole swap and sent it out for less than $5. And we learned quite a bit from Kathy too, who did an enclosure. So I actually incorporated a few of these ideas into three very different, although these two may look the same, they are not at all, three very, very different flat mails. And I'm just going to quickly share them with you now. So I'm going to show you my first one. And I think the first one is always where you do a lot of your most learning. So this one was designed to accommodate a lot of ribbon. So that was very different than, let's say, this one, which is more embellishment oriented. This is ribbon oriented. So I had to think strategically, how am I going to be able to include all the ribbon that I want to send and still keep it flat mail? Well, you can see, folks, that I used Maggie Holmes paper, but I also combined it with something really interesting. First of all, I told you paper is very expensive here, but what they do sell, which is super interesting, is do you remember Mac Tack from when you were younger? I don't know if it's I'm older, but this is stuff people used to line their kitchen cupboards with when I was a kid. And it's that kind of vinyl-y top, and then you peel back the adhesive, and folks, it's like wallpaper. You've got a one shot to get it down nice and straight, or it's all completely ruined. Well, folks, they had this at that dollar store. And it is a huge roll for $3. So supposedly this is what people here use. And what's really cool is that the instructions came in Russian, they came in English, they came in Arabic, and they came in Hebrew. How cool is that? I thought that was amazing. Okay, so I decided, I found this particular light purple gingham, and I decided I was going to give it a shot because it's much lighter than paper and could help keep down my cost for flat mail. And you can see here, folks, that's what it is there. It worked really, really nice with this Maggie Holmes collection. And folks, I only brought a very tiny bit of paper with me, and almost all of it is Maggie Holmes. So for the first flat mail, I definitely had to make it Maggie Holmes because I have not collected either enough interesting pieces from around Israel to use in a collage kind of format, and I haven't received any of my Ali orders yet, although I did get a notification today that they are here. So hopefully they will arrive any day now, maybe tomorrow. Okay, folks, so you saw on the front of this, I had this is a way to send this recipient a little bit of this ribbon. And I doubled up on these tags so that they're a little more substantial. But this is the only one I did that on because I can't afford the weight. And it says hello on one side and with love on the other. And then over here, you'll see I have the ephemera. I also attached one of those little girls I love. I have a little bit more ephemera here. Here I have a pocket, a sewn pocket, and my note card is going in here. And that is my only note, folks, because that is all I have room for. Okay, so now let's open this one up. I gotta be honest, folks, this one I had a little trouble with because I ended up putting in this amazing ribbon that I hauled for this particular friend. But the red threw me off. I just didn't like this side at all afterwards. Because as you can see, I lined the back with Maggie Holmes. I loved how this turned out. This is a tiny little cluster made out of the stickers. And this all worked perfectly. This red threw me off. So I ended up making this kind of mini shaker for fun. And that helped me out a little bit. But I still am not in love with this section. However, this particular flat mailer definitely holds the most. Okay, so do you see? This is a full meter of ribbon. This is a full meter of ribbon. What I did was I built strips of paper double backed them, and then wound it around and attached it really flatly to the back. Then I built a pocket at the bottom, and inside the pocket, I've gifted the recipient, her name is on it, so you're going to see it, Sabrina, these miniature doilies, which were a surprise. They're not the big doilies, they're the minis, which I found at my local dollar store. And then I added a little lacy shabby trim for her because she loves that. And it says, you know, hugs and kisses in the back. Tons of ribbon. Okay, so now let's open it and see what's in here. So here we have another meter of this Christmas shabby ribbon. On this side we have almost a meter. It was a little under of this really nice delicate lace. And then in here, in pocket number 1, I tucked all sorts of goodies. I tucked rosettes. I tucked some more of those mini doilies in mint green. I tucked about 6 or 7 of these little white and turquoisey mint flowers, and a super jumbo-sized rose applique, which is about 5 inches, so it's really big. So that was on side 1, and then what I did was on side 2, I tucked in some more of those rosettes in pink and in green. I tucked in a package which has like these gorgeous pink and light bluish mint green flowers, cloth flowers. I tucked in this wonderful bling. Now she doesn't use a lot of bling, but sometimes she does these challenges, and I thought it might be nice for her to have this because it has like little pink hearts and then the bling, and it's just really sweet, and I thought it could come in handy. And then I tucked in a ton of this gold ribbon. So this particular package, folks, is the most successful in terms of how much I can fit in it. When I close it up, it's super, super compact and fits into a small envelope. And again, that's thanks to tying it very carefully with this ribbon and keeping the bulkiest part down. And this was super successful. You'll have to just let me know whether or not you think this is attractive enough as a flat mailer. I mean, I definitely, telling you the truth, I struggled with this page because of the red, and I realized I really do like things to coordinate. So that was a struggle. But other than that, I was like quite pleased with the rest of it. And that's the back again. So that was number 1. Number 2, which upon first glance may look very similar because it also has a fabric ribbon enclosure up top that I built where it says love this, because I do love this ribbon. In fact, this one's really different because that is the only ribbon in the entire flat mail. This again is an embellishment box. So again, I wanted to gift the recipient a little bit more ribbon, so I just snuck it in as the closure with this tag, but this time I only singled it, didn't double it. And you'll see I built 3 pockets here, and like Monty, the polka dot pine cone, who we learned from, I learned to tuck in the ephemera so it became part of the experience of this piece. And again, I used Maggie Holmes, Maggie Holmes, Maggie Holmes, and then here I used that trim that reminds me so much of Israel, and then tucked in here is that lovely mint tulle rosette with the gold star, the little mini doilies. I have the little girl peeking out from underneath that I love, another pink rosette, some of those flowers, and then back here the 3-inch unicorn applique. And that was, this idea I sort of took from Monty, but when we get inside, it's very different. So you open up the first, and it says on the front here, I don't know if you can see this, remember this. So she knows to open it, and then it just says, thinking of you, and then there's a heart-shaped cabochon tucked there. This is actually a pocket I hauled at Hobby Lobby. I used the willow lane ephemera, added some lace and some bow to it, and I did layer on some stickers from the Maggie Holmes book. And then I got this pocket at Hobby Lobby, which is a really great pocket. And in there, I have a whole bunch of things. An extra heart cabochon. I have little white, beautiful floral acrylics, and I have the gorgeous fabric flowers, and I have a few other pieces. There's quite a bit of ephemera in there, actually. And that all fits in that interior pocket. Then on this side, as you can see, it just says, leave a little magic wherever you go, with a doily and our usual Maggie Holmes swan, because this person loves Maggie Holmes. And then I glittered everything up. And again, that trim. And when you open it, folks, which is really cool, this is what you get. So notice again, I used this fancy bling as part of the decor, but actually you just pull it off. Tucked in here is one of those large ribbons with the pink and mint green. Over here I have the ribbon from Israel, the trim. Down here it says, collect beautiful moments. Tucked in here are heart-shaped doilies. They're mini heart-shaped doilies, folks. Look how cute these are. And I got 4 of them. So basically I built 3 mini pockets that I filled with little ephemeras. And here are those denim hearts that I hauled with the little cute little bow on top. And then on the top pocket I have yet another rosette. And then at the very back is where I've attached my note. And this is actually, it's Maggie Holmes paper, but this is a time when I use another collection that I ordered specifically for this trip called Photo Play that I thought worked really well with all the colors, and it does. And it just says, happiest girls are the prettiest girls, and just a girl who decided to go for it, because I'm mixing collections now, which is like a big deal. So there we go, folks, and my note goes in here. And again, this folds down super flat. Like once I squish it with that thing, it goes into a regular envelope. So that is number 2, Flatmail 2. Flatmail 3 is really different, and you can see here, this is what it looks like. And it has, this is my way of sneaking in that extra trim to the recipient. This is the front. Now what I am noticing, folks, I want to remind you, I did this with a pair of Jinky scissors that are all not sharp or cutting or anywhere. The person's name is going to go right here, by the way. I just didn't leave it on because I wanted it to be a surprise. But I am noticing that the glue is lifting because I don't have my trusted tools here. So I'm going to have to use, I bought a glue gun yesterday. I'm going to have to reattach that and make sure it stays down. This is why you always leave things overnight, so you can see what lifts and what doesn't, so that it holds up and travels. Same thing with here. But you notice something, folks? This one is super layered. So Sabrina and I were saying the other day, we both don't buy a lot of stickers. It's not our thing. We don't use them. But I did for this trip because I knew I couldn't layer ephemera. And I am learning how to layer stickers, which are much thinner and don't cause weight issues or bulkiness. But look how cute it turned out, folks. Really cute. All right, so this one you open up and check it out. This is what you see at first. So here it just says, happiest girls are the prettiest girls again. There's that bling. And then it says shine, and I have a Martha Stewart doily layered over the over the Maggie Holmes. But then over on this side, there's a little mini pocket, and in here are those mini blue mint doilies are tucked in there, and it says dream, 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 and that's from Willow Lane, and that's Willow Lane paper, but you can't really tell on camera, but I glittered up each heart because I think that adds a nice little detail. Then when you open this, folks. Oh no, I just noticed something got a little stuck and I gotta fix it. See, this is why you always have to check things, folks. You know what happened? I'm using this new product. Remember that glitter product I told you about? And like the one from Walmart, it takes hours to dry. So I'm gonna have to do a little repair work. It's a good thing I found that out. Okay, so take a look. So this goes like this, and then it opens up like this. And in here is a little pocket, and there's a bunch of things in this pocket. There's a bunch of little gemmies. There are, I found these the other day. Aren't they beautiful? They're like sparkly little icicles for the holidays, because I know people are already starting on that. There is a little bit of very light lace. And then tucked in here, there are these amazing little heart gemmies. And then on this side, there are more of those little heart doilies. And then, if you go down below, I don't really want to show you what's in here. One of them is a surprise, so I don't want to show it, but I will show you this, which is, again, a series of flowers, and even the acrylic ones that are really cute. And that's in there with another surprise that I don't want to reveal because I want to keep it as a surprise. And then the back, once you fold it back up, and it just folds into itself. And actually, folks, this could be mailed as is, I found out. Like, I could just close this and mail it like this, and that would be legit. That would be legit. But I'm worried something will happen to all the stickers and all the ephemera, so I decided I wasn't going to do that. And that's the back, and it just says, all my love. And it's a really cute, again, this is from the photo play that I got to match with this collection. And it has a little bird with a crown, and I glittered up the crown. And then, again, it's just kept really tight and closed with this ribbon. And that is Flatmail number 3. So here, folks, let me know what you think. Would you want to receive Flatmail number 3? would you want to receive Flatmail number 2? Or do you love Flatmail number 1? I'm curious to know which design actually speaks to you in terms of Flatmail design, because I still need to make a couple of more, and I'm just not sure which way to go. This one certainly holds the most. It's a powerhouse. This is the best in terms of design, but maybe you like the decor on these more, or you like the layout. Let me know. So 1, 2, 3. And there's going to be a hidden giveaway. Everyone who answers which one they like the most, and they like the video, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a extra flat mailer and send it out to that person, and I'll pick it through a random generator. All right, folks, that's it. I hope you really enjoyed it. Take care for now, and thanks so much for dropping by. Hope everyone's having a super creative Saturday. Bye-bye for now.